tools of social media marketing. Most of us have a Facebook account. Most of us, if we're in professional organizations, might have a LinkedIn account. If we're really savvy with technology, we might have a Twitter account. These are all social marketing tools. What I think works best for social media marketing is for all the tools to work together in unison. So what I do is I have a Facebook account for my business, and then I have a Twitter for my business, and then I have my LinkedIn, which I feed those announcements to my own personal LinkedIn account. Why would I do that? Well, I would do that because it gets the word out a lot faster. So on my Facebook page, as of this morning, I had 3,071 likes on my company Facebook page. I had over 320 people on my Twitter account. And I have over almost 400 people on my LinkedIn. So this is a lot of information that's getting out to a lot of different types of people. So I recommend to do social media marketing right for your coaching practice, you want to make sure that all of these are linked together. And ask yourself a couple questions. Do you have a Facebook page for your coaching business? If you don't, you probably should get one. And it could be just yourself. It could be just Coaching by John, something that simple. And you can create that for free. It doesn't cost anything. And then you could ask people that have been with you to like the page. And then you'll get some word out that way. And announce. Perhaps you want to do some webinars yourself, or you want to do some type of outreach. Put that in your Facebook. And then tweet about it as well. Create a Twitter account that's also free. Coaching by John could be the Twitter name. And that can get out there and really help you grow your business. Another way that social media marketing works well together is through a medium, as I mentioned before, e-newsletters. And these are simply, if you go to Constant Contact or any other type of newsletter type of format, it's about $15 a month, and that can help you create newsletters and get that out to your audience. And what I recommend for that is to have a newsletter that goes out once every quarter, not every day. I get newsletters from people every single day, and I really despise it. You delete them, you don't even read them, you take them off your list. But if it's a quarterly announcement or a quarterly thing, people will be more encouraged to stay a part of your readership. And you could announce things like, I'm going to start putting Skype into my coaching practice for international clients, or whatever it is that's innovative for your coaching practice. So what social media is not? Social media is not tweeting, or those who don't know what Twitter is posting 140 words or less onto a Twitter feed about nonsense. That isn't social media marketing. No matter what people say about viral hits, they're rare and far between, and they could do more damage to your career than anything else. So we're not looking for viral hits here. We're looking for action. We're looking for goals to be met. We're going to get 2 clients per month. We're going to get 2 clients every quarter. This isn't about making a viral hit. So do things that are practical, not nonsense. And it sounds self-explanatory, but there are many times where I see a lot of professionals that are trying to be very clever, and they're trying to gain exposure, and what it does is it ends up being more bad than good. So social media marketing is not, just having your own Facebook or having your own LinkedIn. It is going beyond those deliverables and having specific accounts for your coaching on Facebook, specific accounts on Twitter. Those are the things that are really very important for social media marketing. Tying them all together is what I have found in my business that has gotten me the 3,000 likes on Facebook and the Twitters, followers. Those things are what helps. Link them all together. That's the best way to create a dynamic marketing presence that will attract the global audience. And it is innovative. So what is marketing segmentation? That is a big word, It's a traditional word in marketing. A lot of people are aware of it, but a lot of people don't know what it is. Let me make it simple for you. Let's say that you were going to a concert and your job was to sell Beatles shirts, the iconic band, the Beatles from the 60s, not Beatles with a little beetle on it. Your job was to sell Beatles shirts, and you're going to a concert, and there are thousands and thousands of people at this concert. How are you going to know who would be likely to buy a Beatles shirt from you? How are you going to know this? You have all these people everywhere. How do you know what specifically would be the person to sell your Beatles shirt to? Well, as you go around the audience, you notice people are wearing John Lennon shirts, people are wearing Grateful Dead shirts, for example. You would most likely be very successful going to the people that are wearing the John Lennon shirt to sell your t-shirt than the people wearing the Grateful Dead. So that is an analogy of what marketing segmentation is. It is sifting through all the different markets and trying to find out what would work for you. So as a coach, you have the luxury of having many networks, such as this one here is a great network. Networks you might have through some of your coaching, people that you might have met through the process of certification or attaining the coaching status that you have. Wherever you have a network, that is probably the best place to start. And that would be the fancy word marketing segmentation, or in this case, networking for coaching. So what is your ideal networking channel? What have they done for you in the past? And what will they do for you in the future? Again, going back to the vision and the goals and the self-efficacy, those three proven techniques that I have seen in the academic literature and has been studied for decades has shown those three things combined will not only grow a business to be vibrant, it will also set the stage for being innovative, for creativity, and then globalization. So those three things, vision, setting goals, and self-efficacy, those three things combined will help you get your coaching to be successful. So again, marketing may seem like a very mundane concept, and it may be something that may be overused in other avenues. But I do see that coaching is a very unique spot for marketing. It is not something that a lot of coaches do. They don't seem comfortable marketing, but they should. You spend much time being a very good coach. You spend a lot of time on reading various books, many outlets. You should spend time marketing. And I just had an idea. You could think about books. What books have you read, and why would you recommend them? You have probably read many books, that you could come across. That could be a way to spread the word about your practice. I have just read a book by David Rock, and if you were a coach, you could probably tweet that. A good book on coaching or to help as a coach would be this book. Summarizing the material in the book and what it did to help you personally. Start with you, and then someone will be attracted by that. They'll really find that resonated with them. Authentic coaching sets the world on fire. So if you're authentic and you start with you, what attracts you, what your vision is, what your goals are, how you're self-efficient, then you will attract others. So start with you. That is probably the best way to market your coaching business. And there's a lot of ways to do this, and I think that starting with the simple things that we talked about today, some of the other things when I said, the TMG squared or the TMD squared, those are some just little bits of information to get you thinking. A lot of this in this presentation today was idea generators. That was my intent, to really get some ideas for you, to really start to market your business. And don't be confused with being effective in your marketing and following archaic marketing models. That's not what marketing is. Again, It's as simple as starting out what is unique about your business. What about your business can set the world on fire? What could attract people, grow your business, sustain your business? And then following the three proven principles: vision, goals, self efficacy. These things, and starting with your own vision, can really be the thing that markets your business and starts to get your coaching really full steam ahead. So I went through a lot of different principles and a lot of different idea generating, hopefully for you. Is there any specific questions you might have for me? I find that the best way to link it together, you can use that. That is something that is very helpful. What I have found though is doing it, you know, by hand. The Facebook and the Twitter, you can link them together. Tweet something, it pops on your Facebook. Put something on your Facebook, it goes to your Twitter. What I have found that if you do it by hand, you will then not overburden the system because people don't want to be getting thousands of tweets or 200 tweets. They want to get little less is more in this sense actually. So I'd recommend doing it by hand. It sounds very old-fashioned, but it does work. But have you found that those have worked for you, those other sites? I was wondering about that Hoots site. Did that work for you? Did it seem to work? Or have you heard of any good success about it? Maybe we could talk about that for a little bit. Okay. And did she find that linking them all together? Like, could you give us an example of what she mentioned to you? Okay, no problem. But see, the fact that you didn't do it is a great enough reason for me that it's not working. Exactly. Well, yeah, exactly. It does. It doesn't take a lot, but I think that just the fact that you have to register for another site and do another registration and go through this, it takes away the romanticism of just tweeting and just putting on Facebook and just putting on LinkedIn. And it's just simple as just typing it into the space that is on Facebook or Twitter. That's all you have to do, and nothing fancy about it. And it's not something you have to put on your to-do list. So I recommend it. Thank you very much for that feedback. That's great. Any other questions? Sure, I'd be happy to. Thank you very much for that great question. Um, so self-efficacy. So, this is tied to self-confidence. So self-efficacy, self-efficiency. So when you get something checked off your to-do list, you automatically feel good. So if you have, say you have to write up 7 contracts for 7 new clientele, you take them off your to-do list, you already feel good. The worst thing anybody could do, any coach or any individual can do, is have undone things on their checklist. That causes anxiety, worry, fear, everything else. So number one is to just get everything off your checklist, be efficient, and you'll feel good. So the term self-efficacy is really something that's found in a lot of academic circles and a lot of buzzwords in the corporate world as well. But it really is, when he boils it down to 3 words: feeling of capabilities. So you are feeling that you are capable of getting something done. and why that's important. So